All right, sixth graders, welcome back. What we're looking at today, I can find the area of a circle. So really it's plugging it into a formula today. You've kind of already seen this formula in class. A equals pi r squared, where r stands for the radius, or from the, halfway across the circle for this. So just make sure on your practice today that you choose the radius, not plug in the diameter or all the way across the circle. So we're going to look at some of the check understandings. For the first check understanding, they're asking for the exact area of a circle. And the radius is 50 inches. When they want the exact area of a circle, they mean leave pi in there. So I'm going to plug in the formula. A equals pi r squared. They already give us the radius, so we don't have to cut it in half, so we're plugging in 50 squared. Because pi is an unending decimal, that wouldn't be exact if we rounded it to 3.14. So 50 squared is 2,500, and we're going to leave pi there, and our label for area is always inches squared for that. So that's the farthest I can go for that answer. We're going to try one where they give us the diameter instead. We're all the way across the circle. So again, still for area, I plug in the same formula, A equals pi r squared. But this time for the radius, I cut it in half. So 14 cut in half is 7 squared. Then I go ahead and simplify. 7 squared, 49 pi squared for that, for my label. Okay. So again, one with the diameter, one with the radius, but exact, you leave pi there. All right, we're going to look at check 2. You can try the example that they give to us. This time we're going to be plugging in 3.14 for pi instead. So again, I always start off writing the formula. A equals pi r squared. Instead for pi, we're going to use 3.14 for this time. Radius they give to us, it's 6 squared. 6 squared is 36 times 3.14. Go ahead and multiply that. They don't tell us how to round it. 36 times. I'm going to round it to the nearest tenth though. So the area is 113.0, or miles squared. So just seeing the directions if they tell us how to round for that. Okay. Same one, we're going to use 3.14 for pi, but this time they give us the diameter. So again, set up the formula. Oops, I'm going to plug in 3.14 for pi. Think about what the radius is. It's 3.5 squared. So again, I want to make sure to use PEMDAS. And don't round at this point. Still leave it as 12.25. We only round at the very end. And plug in 3.14 instead of the pi button. And the area comes out, if we round to the nearest tenth, 38.5, and my label is centimeters squared. Okay. So that's kind of the exact answers for the check 1. Leave pi in there. Otherwise, they might tell you to use 3.14 for pi. Okay. The last kind we're going to look at is they give us some irregular figures. So it's kind of what we know about different figures to find the area. So I'm going to do example 3, and then I'll do the check for this. So it says a pound of grass seed covers approximately 675 feet squared. Find the area of the lawn below. And grass seed comes in 3-pound bags. So again, when we're doing irregular figures, I'd always suggest sketching out the picture. And they give us this is 30 feet, this one's 45, and this one's 25. So I always look for shapes I know. So I see this big rectangle here, and I know rectangle is length times width. And again, I kind of always color color coordinate it so I can see what I have there. So again, the sides of the rectangle are 45 times 25, or 1,125 feet squared. So that's my rectangle. I also then have a half of a circle. So I'm going to have to figure out the area of a circle and then divide it by 2. So again, my formula for a circle is pi r squared, or 3.14. The radius is not 30, the radius is 15 squared. So go ahead and multiply that out. 15 times 15 times 3.14. I got the area for the circle is 706.5, but that's for a full circle. So I got to remember to now cut it in half, or divide by 2. So the half of a circle is 353.25 feet squared, and I'm not going to round until the very end. So I found the half of a circle, I found the rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and add them up. 1125 plus 353.25. The area of the whole lawn is 1,478.25 feet squared. Now let's go back and see what they're asking us. It says a pound of grass seed covers 675 feet. So I need to figure out how many bags I need. So I'm going to divide that by 675. It comes out to 2.19 for that. So again, if I bought 2 bags, that would not be enough. So I would need to buy 3 pound, or 3, I should just say, by the amount of grass seed, I need to buy 3 bags worth of grass seed to cover my lawn. So you're going to get some irregular figures in your practice. Just look for the shapes that are there. So the last one I'm going to do is the check 3. Find the area of the shaded region to the nearest tenth. So again, I have a rectangle, I have a half of a circle, 10 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and they give us the radius is 2.5. And this is the only shaded in part. So what I would do is I'm going to figure out the area of the rectangle first. 10 times 5, or the full rectangle, is 50 centimeters squared. I'm going to figure out the area of a circle, even though it's a half of a circle, pi r squared, 13.14 times 2.5 squared. Go ahead and do that math. That is equal to 19.625. And again, when it says round to the nearest tenth, don't round until the very end for this. But this is only a half of a circle we need, so I'm going to divide it by 2. So it comes out to 9.8125. So then I have the full shaded. I'm going to subtract out the not shaded part. So 50 minus 9.8125. And I'm left with 40.1875, round to the nearest tenth, it said. So the area of the shaded region is 40.2. The label is centimeters squared. So you might have to use what you know for the area of, other shapes that we've learned in other lessons. Come to class with